And we've got C.J. Stroud. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Texans and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Well, the Chiefs offense going to make their way out, and at the helm, a now three-time Super Bowl MVP in his 8th season in the NFL, it's Patrick Mahomes.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackling? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Texans offense heading out behind their quarterback in his 2nd season. Last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Here's Stroud. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. You talk about this Chiefs defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Now Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. In motion left goes a tight end. Mahomes going to throw. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. Season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. But he's really starting to get up there towards 1,000. He's now at 997 career catches. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and 1st downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Down inside the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it culminates in a Travis Kelsey touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Texans offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. Forced out right. And that'll be incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently second in the NFL at this point of the season. And his throw is incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Texans, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Mahomes to throw once more. And that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now is 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently 2nd in that category. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A huge play there for Houston. 58 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mixon, touchdown, Houston. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. To throw, it's Mahomes. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The 2nd quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Here's Mahomes to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And now he is just 2 catches away from 1,000 on his career. 998 currently. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And that is no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 33 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
That'll be caught by Rice. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
2nd and 9. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Mahomes. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And the catch made by Hopkins. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Mahomes again. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. So the completion good for just 3. And now it's 3rd and 4. He's done it. 1,000 career catches with that last reception.
I don't care what you've done in your life. How many things have you done 1,000 times of significance? How about this? With that catch, now closing in on the top 10 all-time in NFL history, a very significant achievement. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Stroud looking to throw. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. So the completion gets him just a yard. 3rd and 7 now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, I can spin this negative line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Stroud. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Stroud out of the gun here. This one left side caught by Collins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 1 yard is the gain. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Great games galore here in Week 16, with a couple happening on Saturday. The second of which, Steelers and Ravens, the great rivalry at 4:30 Eastern Time. In the late afternoon games, all eyes will be on Las Vegas, a glitzy matchup there where it'll be the Raiders taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And lastly, in the national game on Sunday night, definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous, and if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse. But I can tell you as a fan, these are the games you love to watch. You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Mahomes going to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hopkins. Oh, he made a big deal about catch number 1,000, as we should. Now he's at 1,001, so he's building towards 2,000, Charles.
I like your optimism, and I love your math. Let's go ahead and get the next 1,000, and he started on it already.
Throwing again on 2nd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that will bring up second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes now to throw. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Mahomes to throw once more. He finds his man, complete. That's Rice. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now here's Mahomes. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground.
Yeah, the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now we watch everything with great anticipation because he just had his 999th reception. And yes, math majors, the next one, a big one, 1,000. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. With the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
And Stroud now to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Stroud to throw it. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on it.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. One quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Stroud. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Mixon with a first down carry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. Stroud working out of the gun. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Again, it's Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. A shotgun snap to Stroud. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And quickly they get to the line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on first down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their...
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. A beautiful fake. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
He'll let this go deep for Collins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Stroud. He'll complete this one to Collins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now a stoppage for an injured player. A lot of people holding their breath on this one right now. That's Stephon Diggs, who is shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Mixing up the middle. 75 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Here now, 2nd and 4. Inside handoff to Mixon. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's 3rd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Stroud. Got his man, Dell. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. A handoff to Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Mixon. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. For the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Here's a give to Mixon. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Joe Mixon. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Mixon.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This no gimme in the snow. And he nailed it. It's good. Through the snowflakes, he finds a way to get it to go. And the Texans are going to win the football game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for Houston, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.